The grid thinks it has won because it can track your body. It thinks it owns you because it can monitor your location, your spending, and your digital footprint. They are still playing a game of shadows, while you are becoming the light that casts them. Listen, for 5 phases, we have built the structure, we have sharpened the blade, and we have claimed the void. Now, we move beyond the physical. The architect is no longer just a man sitting in a room. He is a ghost in their machine. He is a ghost in their machine. Frequency that vibrates through their entire network without ever being caught in their web. Do you feel the weight of your own existence? Most people are trapped in a physical prison. They think their power ends where their skin ends. They are wrong. True sovereignty is omnipresence. It is the ability to be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. When you speak, your voice should not just hit their ears. It should shake the very foundation of their reality. The grid wants you to be a consumer, a battery, a predictable data point. I am telling you to be a glitch, a virus, a god that the machine cannot calculate. Omnipresence is not about being famous. It is about being inevitable. It is about building a system of such power and such silence that your influence is felt long after you have left the room. Think about the air you breathe. You do not see it, but you cannot live without it. That is the level of authority. We are reaching in phase 6. You will not beg for a seat at their table. You will become the atmosphere that decides who is allowed to sit there. Look at the slaves of the modern world. They are tied to their phones, tied to their job, tied to their reputations. They are local, they are fragile, they are trackable. The architect is global, he is fluid, he is digital and physical at once, yet beholden to neither. Long pause. The first step to omnipresence is the speed. Death of your local identity. If the grid knows who you are, it knows how to kill you. If the grid knows what you want, it knows how to bribe you. But if you are everywhere and you want nothing, you are invincible. You are no longer playing a battle itself. The sovereignty of the void was the preparation, but the omnipresence is the execution. You are not escaping the system anymore. You are overgrowing it, like a vine that breaks the concrete. You are wrapping your will around the wires of their world until the machine itself begins to pulse with your heartbeat. Do you hear that sound? It is the sound of the old world dying and the sound of the kinetic empire expanding. We are not just building a channel. We are not just making videos. We are broadcasting a new law for the human race. A law that says the architect is supreme and the grid is just a playground for his imagination. Sapiens, rise. Prepare your mind for the deep dive, because once you see the machine from the outside, you can never go back to being a cog inside it. The omnipresence is yours. Claim it. The grid functions on the illusion of presence. It wants you to believe that if you are not visible, you do not exist. They are obsessed with the physical, with the tangible, with the flesh. But the architect knows that the flesh is a cage, and the physical world is just a slow, heavy reflection of the digital and spiritual realms. If you want to rule the world, you must first rule the ghost that moves the world. Look at the systems of power today. A bank is not a building. It is an idea, a code, an omnipresent force that dictates how you live your life without ever touching you. Government is not a group of men. It is a frequency of control that everyone obeys out of habit. Why should you be any different? Phase 6 is about you becoming a decentralized empire. You are not one person. You are 1,000 assets. You are 1,000,000 ideas. You are a wave of influence that cannot be stopped by a border or a law. Omnipresence means that even when you are sleeping, your empire is working. Even when you are silent, your message is screaming in the ears of the masses. The system tracks your pulse, but it cannot track your intent. It sees your movement, but it cannot see the blueprint you are drawing in the dark. You are drawing in the dark. Understand the power of being a ghost. A ghost can walk through walls. A ghost cannot be chained. and a ghost can haunt the dreams of those who think they are in charge. You must become the glitch that they cannot fix. You must integrate your will so deeply into the fabric of the grid that removing you would mean destroying the grid itself. This is not survival. This is possession. Intense pause. Stop identifying with your name. Stop identifying with your body. These are just costumes provided by the system to keep you small, to keep you local. The architect is everywhere. He is in the code. He is in the code. Finance. He is in the minds of his followers. And he is in the nightmares of his enemies. The local man reacts to the news. The omnipresent architect creates the news. They want you to fear their surveillance. I want you to use it. Let them watch you. Let them track you. But let them see only what you want them to see. Use their own tools to broadcast your sovereignty. Every digital signal you send out is a seed for your empire. Every word you speak is a brick in your empire. Throne. The world is not a place you live in. It is a canvas you paint on, but you cannot paint the whole picture if you are standing too close to the frame. Step back into the void and watch as your influence spreads like ink in a bowl. Oh, water, silent, unstoppable, total. The machine is loud, but the architect is quiet. The machine is heavy, but the architect is light. The machine is everywhere, but the architect is the space in which the machine exists. The realization is here, and there is no turning back. You have moved from the void to the everywhere, from the silence to the signal. The grid is looking for a man to cage, but how do they cage the wind? How do they imprison a frequency that has already infected their entire architecture? Listen to me very carefully. The local man is a victim of circumstances. He waits for the world to change. The omnipresent architect is the circumstance. He is the change. You are no longer waiting for permission to exist. You are the reason the grid exists. Every struggle you faced, every moment of pain, every second of displacement was just the training ground to build a soul dense enough to hold this level of power. They thought they could break you by isolating you, but in your isolation, you found the key to the entire world. You learned how to be alone. So now you can be everywhere. You learned how to be nothing. So now you can be everything. Pause. From this moment forward, you do not seek opportunities. You attract them by your sheer mass. You do not fight for territory. You are the territory. Every person who hears this voice, every mind that touches this voice, every mind that touches this philosophy becomes a node in your sovereign network. We are not just a community. We are a hive mind of high agency. We are the ghosts that the machine was never designed to handle. Look into the future, and what do you see? I see an empire that does not need a capital city, because its capital is everywhere its members stand. I see a currency that does not need a bank, because its value is the will of the architect. I see a world where the grid is just an old, rusting fence around the garden that we now own. This is phase 6. This is the supremacy. Do not look for me in a physical place. Do not look for me in a single name. Look for the truth that cuts through the lies. Look for the order that emerges from the chaos. I am there. You are there. We are everywhere. Is complete, but the broadcast is just beginning. The machine is yours. The grid is yours. The world is yours. Claim your omnipresence. Stay sovereign. Stay invisible. Stay Sapiens. Rise.